All right, the Yankees won, so we get another game tomorrow. Guys. We're gonna go down to Houston. We're gonna go play some more baseball and see if we can win another one and even the series 3-3. And let's see if we can get down into Game 7 territory. Eh? All right, here we go.
What are you doing, Canadian? Eh?
I don't know why I dropped into that one. Eh? But I like craft dinner. I gotta make a Canadian friend. I can ask. But he's a cheap fuck, and I know he wouldn't do it. But I probably shouldn't have said that.
I've got two Canadian friends.
Can you get them to mail you some craft dinner, and then you can mail it to me?
You know, I haven't spoken to them in a while. We're Facebook friends, MySpace friends, and I met them while we were in Portland, Oregon, for a paintball tournament. I was dared by my paintball team, which, as I will reiterate, paintball players are adrenaline junkies and do crazy shit. So,
oh Jesus Christ!
They dared me to walk down the hall naked, but with just a towel on. So because these girls were across the hall from us, so I did that, and they tried to pull the towel off, and it didn't work. But then later, I wore the towel back over to their room, and we've been Facebook and MySpace friends ever since.
Nice.
There you go. It's been good times in Portland.
Oh man, I had everything planned out, Ray. Had everything planned out.
Best laid plans. Am I right?
Laid. That's what one of them's doing right now. I don't know. Actually, do you think they say that, or do you think like I'm just working? It's probably just working, isn't it?
Yeah. Like boyfriend or girlfriend's like, hey, what are you doing? Working.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, 77's in the shitter.
And then the significant other is like, so you're like, what? How's work going? And you're like, yeah, I took it right in the ass. It was rough. You get the particulars, and it's like, yeah, that's brutal.
It's the most difficult anal scene I've ever done.
Yeah. Much different work talk than I tell my wife about.
Yeah. Did you enjoy all the research I was doing last night sending to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know.
So it's research. Wink.
Research. Yeah. No, it was. I had questions I wanted to ask, man. I had questions I wanted to ask. Oh, this is going to be tough tonight. Oh, fuck. What do I have to talk about? I was gonna go right
it's just an improv night then.
It's an improv night.
Yeah, we don't need content. We can just make it up on the spot.
Hey everybody. Welcome to episode 77 of the Rich Dickman Show podcast. Wait, no, the podcast. That is slightly better than mediocre. I am Rem. I'm your host. Once again, I'm talking very loud. I do apologize. Let me tone it down, because this was going to be a high energy, exciting episode, and now we're going to make it up as we go along. We do that every week, though, so it's nothing new or different. But with me is the same guy I've always had for the last, I don't know how many weeks, but it's Ray. Ray, what's up?
At least the last 1 week or two. I don't know. I've got a goldfish brain. I don't even remember what's happened the past month.
You're basically like my boyfriend, because you're a friend who's a boy.
Ooh. Yeah. And we see each other kind of in secret. Not a lot of people, not a lot of my friends know who you are, and not a lot of your friends know who I am.
Holy shit. Like you're right.
Down low, yeah.
We communicate through text messages mostly. We talk once a week. Nobody really knows who you are or what you do outside of your name, which is Ray. Oh my God. We're like secret lovers, Ray.
This is fascinating.
Yeah.
I kind of like this.
Unfortunately for you, buddy, I am not attracted to penis.
I'm unattracted to penis.
Okay, good. Meaning you were once and you're no longer?
No, as in, it's not that I'm like, just don't need it. It's, please get that out of here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. It's gross. Penis is gross. Let's be real. It's not anything fun or attractive to look at. It's gross.
No, not at all. Not at all. Now, do you think women think the same thing about like boobs, where they're like,
no,
everybody's got
because women, whether they're straight women love penis, right? Straight and non-straight women also love boobs. Like straight women love playing with boobs. That's a known fact. Ask your wife.
Do some research on the internet.
Yeah, call your wife up right now and say, "Hey, would you check out some people's boobs?"
Do straight women love playing
we're starting
with boobs?
We're on fire tonight. Holy shit. So here's where we're at. Rich Dickman Show fans, all 8 of you. Appreciate all of you. Okay, so here's what's going on. Rich Dickman fans, is that tonight we had rescheduled adult sensation Bella Benz to be with us and to be on the Rich Dickman Show with us and to redo what corporate decided we couldn't air a couple weeks ago. So I reached out to Bella to make sure we were still good, and she is still on set. That's right. She is a working adult film star. She is still on set. She's running late, so hopefully we can sneak her in here later on if she makes it, and if not, we'll have to reschedule again. I also reached out to our 100th follower on the Rich Dickman at Rich Dickman Show Twitter account. Her name is Elisa May, and she is an up-and-coming curvy adult film star as well. Her debut scene in Plumper's Pass just came out a couple weeks ago, and her second scene's coming out Monday. And I scheduled her for next week, but I'm trying to get her in for tonight. But she's probably working, probably busy, probably making some cheddar. So, good for her. So we are porn star less tonight. So it seems. So I had planned a whole show around having Bella with us. And now we're here. It's recording time. It's a day late. We have a show to do, and we're going to have to make this one up as we go. And let's see how it goes. It's not something I'm unused to doing, but we got to find the rhythm first, right? We got to find the rhythm here.
Yeah. So we're. Can you please write out a script for me real quick, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Actually, so let me put this one to rest. Put it to bed. So numerous people asked this week, it just happened to be this week, which is a coincidence that we were trying to get Bella back on here. But people were asking me, they were saying, did you guys really have that steamy of an episode that you couldn't air it?
Yeah.
And I said, absolutely.
Yes.
Why would we lie about this?
Exactly.
What happened.
Yeah. It was definitely way too steamy, way too informative and graphic.
Way too erotic.
Yeah, way too erotic. Yeah, I mean, listen, we don't want a bunch of dudes driving down the highway and all of a sudden, their erections pop through their pants, get caught in the steering wheel, and we have a bunch of accidents.
No,
our lawyers aren't prepared to fight those cases, so they had to pull the episode. It definitely did not have anything to do with any type of recording malfunction. Nothing at all. It was definitely way too hot.
Well, the only recording malfunction was when both of us popped such big boners it flipped our desks over, and then our setup was kind of messed. But we edited that out. It was still too steamy of an episode. Yeah.
No, absolutely. And you know what? It's kind of embarrassing. I mean, I will tell everybody who'll listen how large my penis is. But when it actually, shows itself in that form on a podcast, I mean, I'm a professional, Ray. I'm not really comfortable just blasting my meat out there over the airwaves and everybody will hear the impact it had on the desk and the damage it did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so when your penis can flip over a desk that is also supporting, podcasting hardware, your computers, all these other things, monitors.
Yeah.
When it's that strong and powerful and it's captured on the internet via podcast, there is the possibility someone could report you for carrying a deadly weapon. And the last thing we want to do is have you in jail and not be able to record a podcast.
No, that's exactly right. We don't want me in jail. We don't want any of that bad stuff to happen. So yeah, so we will try again. Rem's dreams of being friends with porn stars is going to be put on hold another week, it seems, unless Bella can get on tonight. So we'll see. And if she is available, we'll patch her in and we'll continue the show. But we will proceed as if we don't have her tonight. Okay, Ray? Let's get some business done real quick. All right. You go to richdickman.com for all your Rich Dickman needs. While you're there, click the merch tab. Buy a shirt. All right. We have our Slightly Better Than Mediocre t-shirt. We have our El Abogado t-shirt. There's 2 versions of that shirt. Ray's got to put the other one up as well, but there are 2 versions of it. And there is the Eat the Rich shirt. So if you are planning on protesting anything or setting something on fire or going to impede a bunch of people's drive to work, protesting climate change, standing on top of a train in England and getting your ass pulled off because you're a stupid asshole, wear your Eat the Rich shirt, exclusively by Rich Dickman LLC. Yeah. If you have something to say to us, call the Dickman line 860-316-4776. Email us richdickmanshow@gmail.com. That's it. That's what we're doing. Everything is going well. Ray, what's going on, buddy? How are you?
I'm good. We spent last weekend at the cheerleading competition in Santa Cruz, and I must admit Santa Cruz is amazing. You've never been there, have you?
No.
Okay. So, it's got this nice little, the boardwalk area, nice little strip of just amazing sand, perfect sand, kind of white type of sand, like perfect looking beach, right? So the fun part about this competition is they only go for like a couple hours. They perform like the whole thing, couple hours in the morning, and that's it. So it's not like you have to actually watch cheerleading all day.
Yeah.
And then they'd go do the awards on the beach. They set up a stage on the beach, like on the sand, do that.
Ooh.
And then they have, so the Santa Cruz Boardwalk has tons and tons of basically fair food type vendors. So you can get deep fried stuff, just hot dogs, hamburgers, whatever all that kind of things. Giant donuts, just garlic fries. And then they have all sorts of rides. So you do kind of like the fair, but these ones don't look like they're going to break at any second.
Mm-hmm.
So you actually look like you can have fun.
That's
but
important.
It's scattered all over this whole area. It's really, really cool area.
Okay.
So what they have there is miniature golf. And I have had this crazy craving to just go play miniature golf for, I don't know how long. I don't know what it is. But so we got there and I was like, hey, we got all day. The first place we met, right there at the entrance of the miniature golf, a little area. And everyone's like, all right, so we'll play miniature golf, but let's go do this first, and then we'll come back. Nope, never went back. The only thing I wanted to do was play miniature golf. Got sidetracked, didn't play miniature golf, and I was pissed off the whole time. So stupid.
Sorry.
So
buddy.
basically, it's a lot of like them wandering around, like my wife, the kids, and the in-laws, and they do this thing. Hey, want to just wander over there? See what's over there? Yeah, there's not really anything good over here. Want to wander over there? There might be something over there. And they just like walk back and forth. And then they kind of sit there and let the kids go on rides. And I'm like, I could have done like 3 rounds of miniature golf. All I wanted to do was play miniature golf. I'm salty about it. I'm salty,
sorry, buddy. I'm really sorry. Are you
all
going to
it
be okay?
is so here's the thing, right? I spent the whole weekend doing stuff with other people for other people. The one thing I wanted to do, I couldn't do. And I was so close. I could taste it.
You should have just gone by yourself, man.
I should just been like, hey guys, I'll be back in an hour. But I was trying to be a supportive father.
It's like, nobody wants to go to see movies with me. I just go by myself. Screw it. I just, when I was in therapy a couple years ago, and I would say to my therapist, like, nobody ever wants to do anything with me. I don't really have any friends, and, my wife's not interested in going out because we got the kids and stuff. So, what do I don't know what to do. She's like, well, just go do it. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, just get up and go do what you want to do. Do it on your own. I was like, oh, okay. And ever since then, I've been going to movies by myself. I do lots of things by myself. It's nice. I don't have to fight with anybody. I don't have to worry about who's paying. Yeah, it's great. Go on train ride by myself.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I could have done that thing where maybe like on the back 9, I just take it super slow so I don't have to rejoin the group, but they can't find me because they don't know where I'm at. They're like, he's got to be in the miniature golf course somewhere. I just like hang out back there. It's like all these people stacking up. Hey, yeah, you can go in front of me. I'll just take a nap back here. Just avoid the crowds. So that would have been a better plan.
All right. That sounds pretty interesting. You and your love of mini golf. I didn't know that. I didn't know that about you.
It's not necessarily that I like absolutely love it, but it's fun to play it every once in a while. It's one of those challenging. It's simple, but fun. Like you try and hit the ball also like the corner and then it angles right into the hole.
I hate mini golf.
Really?
Yeah. I used to love playing mini golf with my lady, when we were dating and, early in marriage. But then I had kids, and playing mini golf with kids, not fun.
Well, yeah.
Not fun at all. I'm
Takes
sorry.
forever.
I love my kids, right? I love them to death, but playing mini golf with them, especially my daughter, holy shit. I mean, she just wants to win all the time and she doesn't follow the rules. And it's like, if we're all going to be playing this thing, like, you can only get to a certain age by just screwing around on the mini putt course, right? At a certain point, you have to start following the rules. Otherwise, it's not fun. Because what are we even doing, right? Where's the challenge? Where's the skill? All right. And I used to be pretty good at mini golf. And so now you're just whacking the ball around because nothing counts. Nobody's going to win. Right. And the daughter's just like doing whatever she wants. And my son gets pissed off because my daughter's winning all of a sudden, even though she's cheating and he's trying to follow the rules like me. And then I get pissed off at both of them because they're fighting. And my wife doesn't even want to play anymore because she doesn't want to put up with the bullshit. So it's terrible.
Well, that, and then like the kids too. Well, I mean, depends on how old you're talking, but like my kids still, it takes them, an average of like 15 to 30 swings to make it in the hole. Each hole. So each hole takes like an hour because they suck so bad. So yeah, it's not necessarily fun to play with kids. So I agree with your assessment that I should have just ditched them, gone and played by myself because then it would have been a lot more enjoyable. So maybe looking back, hindsight's 20/20, right? Maybe I would have hated the whole time.
Maybe you saved yourself a headache. Yeah. Breaking news, Ray. Breaking news. I heard from Bella, and she unfortunately will not be able to make it tonight, so we'll have to reschedule her. Next week, we are booked with people from a Bob Ross podcast, and as I said, Alyssa May. But we'll figure this one out. We'll definitely have Bella on. Okay. All right. What else is going on with you, Ray? What's happening?
So the other night, my wife and I, we got the kids in bed, do all that business, get the baby, calm down a little bit. And then we hear a noise downstairs, like maybe some glasses tinking together, so, a noise downstairs. And my wife just looks at me and she goes, one of the girls is out of bed. So I walk over, I stand at the...
Hold on. Are you guys upstairs and your daughters are downstairs?
No, everybody's upstairs. All the bedrooms are upstairs.
Oh, okay.
So you hear the noise downstairs and it's like, okay, nobody should be down there. And we're not talking, like I was trying to tell somebody this the other day and they were like, ooh, did someone like break in? Like, no, it's just like a little tink, like glass or something, someone like, going through the cupboards type of deal. So I go, lights are off too. Like it's 9:00 at night, 10:00. Kids should be in bed. So I go stand at the top of the stairs. It's dark and I see a couple seconds later, Kaylee walks around the stairs. She starts to take the first step, looks up, sees me there, and takes a step back, like she's all surprised, and then realizes. So all I'm thinking, right, is she knows she's done something wrong. She wouldn't be surprised and think I need to get out of here if she just was like going down there to, I don't know, go to the restroom or something like that, right? So I go, hey, what are you doing? She goes, nothing. I'm like, no, what are you doing? She's like, nothing. I'm like, okay. So she starts walking up the stairs. And as she's getting closer, I can see just the outline of her because, again, lights are off. But I can see she's kind of just trying to make her way past me. So about 4 or 5 steps away from me, I turn the light on and I'm like, what are you doing? And she says, nothing. And I go, you need to look at me because she's got her head down. I'm like, look at me. What are you doing? Like, you can't just be downstairs making noise and say you're not doing anything. So she has her head down, looks up, and I can see she looks like a chipmunk. Her cheeks are full of food and she's chewing something. She's like getting a snack or whatever she's trying to say with her mouth full. I'm like, what are you eating? And she goes, Oreo. I'm like, okay. And let me just, okay. Going back a little bit, like an hour or two before that, I was like, hey, what do you want for dinner? And she's like, I actually don't want anything. I'm totally fine. And I was like, well, I'm making food. Like, apparently she had a snack before. So she forgave dinner. And, now she's out down there sneaking Oreos. So I'm like, all right, you're in trouble. So I was like, go spit it out, brush your teeth, go to bed. So as she goes to go brush her teeth and spit the Oreos out, I go into the room, right? And I go to my wife and I'm like laughing. I'm like, it's so funny because she's got her mouth like just stuffed as much as she can possibly fit in her mouth. And this is like the mind of a 9-year-old, right? Like, let me go down there, shove as many Oreos in my mouth as I can and go back upstairs.
Nobody will catch me. Yeah.
And I'll get off scotch free. So I'm kind of like laughing as I'm telling my wife this. And then, so we hear her finish in the bathroom, brushing her teeth. She starts walking down the hall and my wife goes, hey, those pajamas she's wearing, they have pockets. And I go, got it. So I go over and I'm like, Kaylee, do you have any more Oreos? She's like, nope. So I go and I check her pockets. I'm like, well, what do you know? 4 more in her pocket. So now I got to deal with this little liar. So frustrating.
Ray.
So, right?
I need to change your thinking on this, right? Yeah. They broke the rules. She broke the rules. She's doing what she's not supposed to, but you have to appreciate the ingenuity here. She used her pockets.
Yeah. No. And so this is why I was laughing initially, because I was like, she's actually kind of, it's okay. So obviously lying, absolutely bad. And that's what I had to explain to her. Like, you can't lie. Lying is bad, especially when it's blatant. When someone asks you a question, yes or no, and you say yes or no, and the opposite is true, bad. Now, that's where, like, I kind of agree with you. Like, I was kind of laughing because it is kind of funny that not only did she stuff as many as she could in her mouth, but her little pocket was, you could only fit maybe like 4 in that little pocket. We're not talking like, these aren't like big baggy Jinko jeans with giant pockets. No, this is just like little tiny,
she's trying.
Pajama pockets.
She's trying. She's using her little head. I love that, Ray. And I'm sorry she stole all your cookies. Are they, name brand Oreos or like Hydrox or some bullshit?
Yeah. Name brand. And I don't even like Oreos. So it's not like I care. Now, if she was eating something that I actually liked, I might actually be more upset.
I love catching my kids doing stuff when they think I don't notice. Cause I used to pull, I know every trick, right? I know just about every trick there is. I've done it all.
Right?
Yeah. And, I love when they try to pull some nonsense off. I'm like, oh, what's that? What's behind your back there, sweetheart? And you catch them red handed, like, oh, how'd you know that? So I know everything. And now I understand the pleasure my mom got. When she was
so here's the thing too. Right. And here's the thing. Like, this is the first time that this specifically has happened. Now I have caught her, like, there's times we'll find like candy wrappers hidden behind somewhere. And I'm like you're kind of an idiot for putting them behind like whatever that's like under the sofa instead of, I don't know, put them in the garbage can and no one will ever find them. Like, the garbage will get taken out. Like, you're not very good at this. You're definitely not a criminal. But it's one of those, like, ultimately, right, you do it once and you go, all right, don't do it again, learn your lesson, and hopefully that you move on from there. So I can't be that mad. Now, if she continues to do it, that'll be a whole new.
Right. She had to learn a lesson, slap her on the wrist, that's it, yeah. Parenting advice with Ray and Rem.
Yeah, so tonight, so that was like, I don't know, like 3 nights ago or something like that. So it's been a few days, and so tonight the kids were like, can we have dessert? And I was like, here you go, Stella. Here's all your dessert. And Kaylee's like, I want something. And I was like, oh, look, here's an Oreo left over from the other night. And she's like, but those are old. I'm like, you want dessert or not? And she's like, all right. So she got 1 Oreo.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. Like, it goes full circle, kid.
What are you drinking tonight? What is that?
This is called, it's a beer. It's called Wolf Pup by Golden Road Brewing.
Oh.
I put my little beer koozie on it, though.
You got a koozie.
Keep it nice and cool.
I wonder who named a koozie.
I don't know, I usually call it a cozy, but apparently everybody else calls it is it a cozy or a koozie?
The koozie. We should get Rich Dickman Show koozies. Can you know what? You need to step up your game and
we can do that.
Yeah.
I've made other ones. We've made other ones. You just got to get the little thing and then you can put like the logo on it.
Shut up. Really? We can send koozies out to our friends?
Mm-hmm.
How much?
No, yeah. We can do something.
Ray, get the logo out of the Dropbox. Producer Ryan has it in the Dropbox.
All right. Yeah.
Make koozies. You got to make one for me, one for you. That's 2.
Okay.
We got to get one to Huel. That's 3. Producer Ryan, it's 4. We've got, our friends at NFHC. Mm-hmm. So that's supposed to, should be 4. Yeah. Let's send them 4. So what do we say? That's 8. Yeah. So if you make 10, I think that's a good start. We got to send one to Randy.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing too. When you buy the vinyl, because basically all we would do, or what I would do is, what I would make my wife do, because she's the expert at it, is we have the vinyl cutting machine. So we just cut out the logo, but the vinyl comes in certain sizes. You at least have like a square foot. Now, whatever you would put on here is like 4 square inches. So we can make quite a few of them, and you can buy like a lot of vinyl. So you just, cut a shitload of them.
Start doing that.
The whole sheet.
Yes. Please find the logo you like. If you need to get a hold of Ryan, let me know. And, let's do that. Okay. I like it. Speaking of Patreon, we got someone, Randy.
Peasy.
I gotta take over here because I remembered now. I had my whole evening was going to be porn. I was going to talk to Bella about her beautiful industry and everything that she does. We were going to we did a little bit of fun, and I can't do that tonight. So I'm trying to find.
We were going to watch porn together.
I'm trying to find the rhythm here. Yeah,
shoot, that's after show.
Yeah, that's after show. Yeah, come on, don't give our secrets away. All right. So last week, Ray, I went out of my way to thank our patrons, right? Because you were coming up with the Dick Patrol, then got yelled at by the Thought Cops. Don't gimmick and fringe.
And that was an original idea, by the way.
People can have the same idea, but sometimes people get to it first, Ray. Okay.
And I came up with that like 10 episodes ago.
I know, but they've been to Thought Cops for like 150 episodes or whatever it is. So they've got this show beat.
Well, our episodes are 100 times better. So
don't say that. They're equal. They're very equal. We're all friends.
I really like those guys, especially, anyway.
Grant is his name. You forgot his name already.
Yeah, I know. God damn it.
This is why we have no patrons. Fuck.
I literally was thinking, like, Brent came to my name and I was like, fuck. All right, let's edit that out.
No, I'm leaving it in. Fuck you.
I know. We leave everything, and people don't understand. We don't really edit anything. Yeah. Well, and when I say we,
you edit
really
nothing.
You.
Yeah. Ray edits nothing. Rem does all the work. So if you're interested in starting a podcast and you need somebody to help edit your podcast or show you the ropes, I'd happily edit your podcast for you. Contact me at Rem Dickman on Twitter and let's talk.
Actually, hold on. We literally just said we don't do any editing, but if you want to edit, no, we do editing, but we don't edit out stuff.
Yeah, sometimes
we can. Okay. Bear, it's minor stuff. We don't sit here and try and edit it to like make us sound cool.
Yeah.
We just edit like the whatever. Like if I cough right now, I'm like, okay, we'd edit that out.
Sometimes my political leanings show through and I have to edit a lot of that so we stay neutral. So, but all right. So I was talking about Patreon last week, patreon.com/Rich Dickman. And feel free to join. We would love you to support us because, Chris O.C. got into an argument about Patreon. And I told Chris O.C., I said, hey man, we only have a Patreon because one guy didn't want to buy a shirt, but he wanted to support the show every month. So that's why we started the Patreon. And he didn't really have a response to that. So I tweeted that one guy after the show, Ray. And I said, hey, Umaroni, thank you for being a patron. I really do appreciate it. Right?
You're the man.
Yeah, you're the man. I didn't get a response for a few days. And all of a sudden I'm sorry. I went to Twitter to pull this up and I got a thing there. All right. So, a few days later, I got the reply in my DMs. And it came from Umaroni. And, hey, Rem, thanks for reminding me, LOL. So I just wanted to give you a heads up that I'm going to cancel my Patreon support.
Damn it.
I haven't listened to the podcast in months. I remember I got about halfway through the episode with the swinger couple and couldn't take it. I was disgusted by their opinions and experiences. I never knew I was so prudish. I attempted to continue that episode a few times, but I just couldn't stand it. The topic is just not something I'm interested in. I simply did not have any desire to listen to the podcast after that. So here, okay, Umaroni, and he gave me permission to talk about this. So that's why I'm talking about it. And so if you are listening, Umaroni, you didn't have a problem with Huel for 52 episodes telling you about like Korean sex workers being wrapped up in latex, having a dominatrix beat the shit out of him, figuring out criminals by their sex positions, weird gay experiences. You didn't have any problem with anything Huel said, but as soon as the swingers come on to talk about a very consensual lifestyle that people enjoy, you couldn't take that? Come on, Ray.
And they were reasonable. They weren't even like pushy about it. They're not trying to judge other people either. So that is pretty interesting. I think he just doesn't like me. That's fine.
That's fine. Okay. And I said, thank you for your support. All right. Our content's not for everybody. I get it. All right. I understand. I'm not a dick. And, for all this time that you did support us, I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you being a fan of Torn Think Tank when I was on that show as well. And, hopefully you'll listen once again, or you might hate us after this. It's a disconnect to me, right? It's a disconnect because what the Priory Society talked about seemed so tame in comparison to many of Huelhauser's stories from episodes 0 to 52.
Yeah. That's true. That's very true. And like I said, they were entertaining. I didn't feel like they were trying to bring out the grossness
Right.
of it. They were talking about it in a very casual manner.
Huel
but
literally
informative.
talked about a Korean sex worker pissing on him. Come on.
To be fair, like that's a weekly occurrence around these parts. You know, it's
Okay, let me go back to my notes. All right, so Umarone again, thank you. But if you do want to take Umarone's place, we'll get you a beer koozie. Patreon.com/Rich Dickman. All right. All right. I got a couple things here. I took my kids to a trampoline park a few days ago. We had Monday off. Right. Yeah. Monday was a holiday. Either Sunday or Monday. I can't remember. I took them to you know what a trampoline park is? Indoor trampoline park.
Oh yeah, no, they're fun.
Yeah.
So the one we have here has like tons of trampolines. There's a little like area with like obstacle course area, and they have like a little basketball hoop on the trampoline area, and then like ropes you can swing into like the foam pits.
Right.
You know, it's a few things.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
They're fucking cool. And when
so
my
fun.
back didn't hurt like it always does, I usually bounce with the kids. We have a good time. So I took them myself. It was just me. My wife didn't come. It was just me and the two kids. And they were bouncing, and Daddy needs a place to sit because Daddy's old and they're going to bounce for an hour and a half. So I find this little spot away from everybody because you know me, Ray, I do not like sitting next to people. I would rather just sit by myself. I have no problem with people. I just don't want to sit next to them and their annoying sounds and grunts and habits and all this horrible, gross. So I found a little spot just for me.
Sneeze on you.
You could probably fit maybe 2 or 3 people on that little bench. All right. So I'm at the end of the bench and I do give room just in case somebody else wants to come by and sit there as well. So I'm at the end of the bench so somebody else could sit down. Well, lo and behold, this little lady, probably, somebody's grandmother, probably in her early 60s, late 50s, comes on over, saunters over to where I am. I don't look at her. She doesn't look at me. And if she does, I don't see it because I'm not interested. I don't care. You sit down. Just don't talk to me. I don't want to be friends. And she proceeds to sit down. She takes out her book. And then she turns in such a way where her back is not up against the bench anymore, but up against the wall that it was next to, and puts her feet out on the bench, like right up to me. She's like laying back on the little bit of bench there with her feet next to me. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what the fuck? What are you thinking? What depraved part of society have we entered where somebody can just pull up next to another person and lay back and put their feet next to them? Never mind the rudeness of taking up the whole bench from anybody else, but you got your goddamn feet next to me. I don't know where you've been. I don't know what you walked through. Did you just come out of the bathroom? Did you step in dog shit earlier in the day? Like, why are you putting your feet next to me? Who do you think you are that you're okay to do this? However, Ray, I am a sane person. I do not air my grievances on Twitter. Well, sometimes I do, but I try not to. And I don't tell everybody about all my problems. I am not one to stand up and point a finger and start screaming at some random stranger because of an inconvenience that's fairly minor. I stood up and I walked away like a gentleman. But my point remains, please, come on, just some proper sitting courtesy. Jesus, I don't want to be there as much as you don't want to be there. I know you want to relax, but keep your feet away from me. Come on.
Were her feet stinky?
She had sneakers on, but still, I don't want to be next to anybody's feet. Feet are fucking gross unless they're sexy, cute feet, in which case I like them, but most feet are gross.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand feet. So again, I can't smell, so that wouldn't have bothered me. But feet normally, like I just think of them as generally gross.
Like, let me tell you something, Ray.
Like takes that much care.
I do not understand a foot fetish's brain. I don't understand how that works. Like, how can you be?
Me either. Yeah.
How can you be so turned on by a foot? Like, I mean, I get, the boobs and the butt, and I get, I can get the stomach and the back nipples, thighs, right? I get all that, right? Armpits even, sure. But like feet, like I don't get where the feet fetish comes from. But regardless, I forgot I was going to make a point and I don't remember what it was.
But no one, yeah. So the worst thing is when you're looking for your porn and you're looking it up, you're like typing the search bar, you're like, man knocked out by woman slapping him in the face with boobs.
Yeah.
All right, nice. So you're looking at it and you're cruising through all that. You're scrolling down. And next thing you know, it's all like you start watching this video, the little preview looks good. You start watching it and next thing you know, they're like zooming in on the feet and you're like, what the fuck is this?
What are you doing?
This has nothing to do with what I was here for. It's not in the title. Like at no point was this what I signed up for. And then they keep going back to the feet, I'm like, you're fucking wasting my time. I'm
exactly.
like, this is why you gotta start fast forwarding. And when you fast forward, then it's got a buffer and it's like ruining my entire experience.
God damn it.
Oh,
bring the fire. Now, that's not to say, Ray, I'm a very open-minded person. I'll try anything at least once, almost. So if a pair of feet were presented to me and they were, I don't know, all lubed up and looking for some action, I would give it a go. I would certainly try. But it's not something I'm actively seeking out either.
Oh, it's a side dish, not the main entree.
Yeah, I think I just made it sound like I was going to take a foot up my ass, and I know that's not what I'm talking about.
It's all lubed up.
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about sliding.
They have some small feet.
Yeah, this is the porn episode without the porn stars. All right. After
off the rails.
After the trampoline park, Ray, I gotta take my kids to lunch. And what is next door to the trampoline park? Go ahead, guess.
Hot pot.
No, God damn it, Ray.
Oh, McDonald's.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a McDonald's next door. Who loves McDonald's in my household? My daughter does. My daughter will eat McDonald's all the time. She's a skinny little, tiny little thing, but she fucking loves McDonald's. So we go to McDonald's. I don't know when the last time you've been into a McDonald's is, Ray, but they have this menu boards you can order from. That you can do.
I haven't been inside of one.
Yeah. They have like touch screens, right? You can either go to the counter and order with a person, or you can go to a touch screen menu and make your own order, right?
Ooh, nice.
And so I'm thinking to myself, I did the touchscreen thing because that's fun. It's always just fun to touch things and pick your own stuff out, right? And they take the deals, all that stuff.
And you don't have to.
Right, but
then you don't have to deal with
they didn't have it set up right, so I still had to go to the counter to get my number, and nobody told me they were bringing my food to me, so I was standing at the counter like a jackass waiting for them to be done with it. And the lady's like, "What are you waiting for?" And I'm like, 863. This is my receipt. I'm number 863. She's like, "Oh, no, they're bringing it to your table." Well, how do you know where my table is? You never asked where I'm sitting. They have these numbers they give you, so they can identify what number table you are. They never gave me one.
Yeah. So
I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, God damn it. McDonald's is fucking up, man. And I know there's a corporate and it's a franchise system, so they don't necessarily have, it's not necessarily McDonald's, it's more the franchisees, but nobody holds them to any standards. Ray, if you were to open up a McDonald's down the street from your house and you made sure that McDonald's was spotless 24 hours a day, and you made sure those bathrooms were spotless every time somebody went in there, and you made sure that all your employees smiled and were friendly, answered questions and knew what they were doing, and you had like A1 service, you would make a mint out of McDonald's, because all people want when they go to McDonald's, they want their food, they want it quickly, and they just want somebody to be cool. They don't want to fight with anybody about extra onions. They don't want to have to wait on some jackass who doesn't know how that register works. They just want an in-and-out experience and to go home or just go to the table and eat. So if you were able just to take those problems, and it's easy if you have a manager who's engaged and who's going to be there on the floor, sweep them away and have a pleasant experience at your McDonald's, you make millions in your franchise.
Yeah.
McDonald's is losing who they are by trying to be something that they're not. McDonald's is a fast food joint. All right. If I want to come in, I want to sit down. I want my food quick. I want to get out of there. I don't need TVs up around me showing me what the weather is. I don't need, fancy fucking places to sit, like a big high back bench bar and all this other nonsense. I just need a table. I need a chair. All right. I don't need McDonald's employees to bring me my food. I can get that myself at the counter. I can take care of all that. I don't need it to be a restaurant. I need it to be McDonald's, right? But McDonald's is trying to be a restaurant, and it's a terrible experience because they do not hire the people, or they do not have the managers to train the people well enough to make that a dining experience. So you're sitting there, like in my case in particular, I did not know they were going to bring me any of my food. I'm standing up there like a jackass, and then they get mad at me for standing near the counter. It's like, well, if you had just told me what was happening, I would have gotten out of your way.
Yeah.
McDonald's needs to go back to their roots. So, McDonald's owners, I know you listen to this podcast. Please, heed my advice. I am open for business. If you'd like to talk for consultation fees or with all that stuff, I do work cheap, cheaper than any other consultant you've ever, been with. So yeah, that's my thought on McDonald's. They just need to be McDonald's again, Ray. They can't be anything but McDonald's. Like the Rich Dickman Show. This is not a CBS Evening News with Dan Rather. Okay. This is the Rich Dickman Show. And we try to be something else, it's going to fail.
Well, we'll try and do the Evening News with Dan Rather next week and see what the numbers look like.
Okay. Yeah. Make sure. Well, when Hot Drummer News Babe joins the show,
compare and contrast.
Yeah.
There you go. We'll do like a full news show. No, but the reality is, so, excuse me, having worked in fast food for a number of years, the way that McDonald's operates is they literally have every aspect of of how the store operates is dummy proof. That's why they have things like the drinks are automatically poured. Basically all the systems they have in place are so that they can hire someone with minimal training and everything still gets done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And they're going to get $15 an hour.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And that's what's so crazy too, right? Is like, you got to entice people to work there because you don't do anything while you're there. You do very, very little. They even have, like you're saying, a little kiosk where the customer goes up and inputs their order. So you don't even need to pay an order taker. So they do, like, that's the business side of it, is it is like, in a way, idiot proof. But on the flip side, In-N-Out Burger makes a shitload of money because they do it opposite way. And they train their people to smile. They pay them even more. They are all about cleanliness. You know, the In-N-Out has people that show up and work at least 2+ people every day.
Oh, I forgot you worked there.
Their full-time job. Yeah, their full-time job is just clean.
Yeah,
like
good.
Before the store opens.
There you go. So I just described In-N-Out Burger.
No, then that's the thing. Is like you did. And that's like, we could go to, what was the one I was thinking of? Oh, Panda Express. You ever go to Panda Express and you go through the drive-thru and they have one person taking the order, taking the money, shoveling the food in your bucket, and you're like, the fucking food is ready. If you had one person taking the order, one person taking the money, one person scooping the food, you would make a billion cars faster and you can make so much more money.
Rich Stickman Show business advice.
Yes, exactly. So all it is like it's simple economics. How do these businesses not understand this? When you're paying someone, $10 to $15 an hour, and you sell one meal for, say, $10 to $15, that one person that you're hiring for an hour to help you clear, 20 more cars, like, they're paid for instantly. So anyway, it's insane. I don't understand how they do that. It's literally mind blowing. I can't go inside. Yeah. I can't go to those places because I just analyze it, and it makes me want to just burn those places to the ground.
Thank you for your insight, Ray. I appreciate the knowledge that you give us from your experience as an In-N-Out employee. I had totally forgotten that was you, so thank you. But I also have new breaking news. I'm all over the place. This is it's not fun. If you can't tell, ladies and gentlemen, Ray is having problems at home. So he is having to leave the podcast every few minutes to go do things around his house. He's got a water main break. He's got some kids stealing cookies. He's fighting with his wife. He got hit in the face by his brother-in-law. He's got a lot of things going on at home. So, we're trying to get this podcast in because we owe you one every week. So thank you for being strong. Literally
had to leave and murder someone mowing their lawn 5 minutes ago. So.
Yeah, here we are. All right, let us go. Let's keep moving in this show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to introduce this week's finalists for Dick of the Week. And here is our first nominee.
All right, here we go from the voicemail.
Hello, Ray, and hello, Ren, and to all the people that help make the Rich Stickman Show my favorite podcast to listen to. This is Vincent here, calling in a nomination for Dick of the Week. This week, my nomination is for Kenny. Have you people ever worked at a place where there's a person that's always sticking their nose in everyone's business all the time, where you might be having a conversation and they just butt in? Yeah, that's Kenny. And anyway, that's my nomination for Dick of the Week. Ray, Ren, take care. Have a good week.
Thank you, Svensson. I appreciate you trying and getting one in there. So you're absolutely right. There's always that person you work with or in your social circle who needs to know what's going on. And I am very self-conscious about being that person because I don't want to come across as that person. So I will purposely ignore things until somebody comes and tells me about them. But yeah, this exists everywhere. Kenny, he could be Kenny, he could be Steve, he could be Wanda, whoever it is. They're always butting in. And they need to know what's going on. They're busybodies, right? And they're just the worst. They're the worst. The solution here, Svensson, for you is to make Kenny think he's your best friend. That way, he gets all the dirt, he gives it to you, and you don't have to get your nose dirty getting it. So you can keep yourself informed.
I like that advice. Yeah. It's pretty solid. I don't know how the downside is that he's going to possibly want to talk to you more And he doesn't really seem like a guy you want to talk to that much.
Well, yeah, Svensson, you have to be careful with what you tell Kenny. Like, you have to like create a whole different life or just be very distant from the guy while also trying to be close. It's a weird little dance you got to do, but you can figure it out. You're a smart guy.
Yeah, it's like going undercover. You're undercover Dick Patrol. You're a private Dick Patrol investigator. There you go.
Absolutely like that. All right, number 2.
Press 1. It is important that you call upon your angel. Press the numerical button 1 now. Press 1. There has been confusion even around family and even around a particular matter that has costed you financially.
With our voicemail, we get transcripts. I'm gonna be this guy. Press 1. No, wait. I'm going to read it as Google translated it. It would have been funnier with Svensson's, but parts 1. It is important that you call upon your angel. Press 2, numerical button 1 now. Press 1. There has been confusion even around family and even around a particular matter that has costed you financially. Press 2, numerical button 1 now. Press 1. This is a reason why there's been all of these little attacks and little press 1. We must come against the spiritual warfare that has been against you and your household. Pursue medical button 1 now. Press 1. If you wish to no longer receive these messages, please hit the option 3 now. That was better, right?
That's so funny. Yeah. Google Voice, the translations or the transcriptions.
Fucking terrible.
There's a guy, they're really bad. The last one that I got was from a guy named Mark. So he called and said, Ray, Mark here. But it transcribed as Raymart. So apparently I can open my own shopping center.
Let me read you the transcription from Svensson's. And I don't know why we did Dick. This should just be voicemails, Dick of the Week / both. All right. But this is what Svensson's transcription says. Hello, hello, Ran, into all the people that helped make the richest extension on my favorite podcast. Listen to this is Vincent here calling in a nomination for a week this week. My name is Burke. Have you people ever worked in a place where the other person that's always taking their nose in everyone's business all the time, where you might be having a conversation and they just put in any way? That's my nomination for the week for a Ram. Take care. Have a good week. So that's where we're at. All right. We got another one here. What would you got?
Oh, go ahead.
No, you.
Or do you want to take turns with these? Cause these are funny. One time I had this guy, he said, hey, hi Ray, this is James from this company calling you regarding the project. If you could give me a call back when you get the chance. He gave me his number. Thanks. Bye. I called that number that it said that he said.
Yeah.
It's not the number. Like it's not even that. Yeah. So then I had to go back through like the email chain, find his number and stuff like that. I was like, it somehow gave you the wrong number and it actually types the numbers out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good times.
Hey y'all, it's Mars here with possibly one of the grossest dicks of the week I've ever found thus far. Ugh. And you know how last week you all were, bitching about people mowing their lawns early in the morning or late at night and, we could all agree that that's pretty dickish and assholic. Well, consider the following story out of Iowa.
I like that.
Yeah.
And the dick of the week will emerge, but I'm going to put in a second bid for the person who wrote the lead of this story. But first we'll start with the headline. Iowa man finds 5 inches of animal blood flooding basement.
Oh my God.
This is in Bagley, Iowa. And the lead is, blood may be thicker than water, but it'll still flood your basement. Nick Lastina found this out the hard way too.
Hold on.
Somebody had fun writing that article.
Hey, hold on. Ray, you be the editor. I'm going to be the writer. Okay. You ready?
Hold on, I gotta stop laughing.
No, come on. Get your shit together.
Wait, sorry. Sorry, I got distracted. Who am I? I'm the.
You're the editor, and I'm the writer.
Okay.
All right.
Steve.
Steve. You got a second? Steve, you got a second?
Yeah, Brad. What do you mean?
I have, the article about the blood in Iowa and the basement and all that shit. I have the perfect headline. You ready? You want to hear this?
Yeah, it's kind of a gross story. It's got to be.
No. This is. You're gonna love this. This is Pulitzer level. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
All right.
Pulitzer level. I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. Blood may be thicker than water, but it'll still flood your basement. What do you think of that? Brilliant, right?
You're fucking fired.
So
is this a joke? Is this
no,
a joke?
that's suck my dick level good, man. What are you talking about? This is amazing.
I have a 3-year-old that writes better lines than that.
You 3-year-olds can't even write. I don't know what. Steve, I've been at this company for 6.5 years. You've not once given me a lead in an article. This is perfect for this story. We need a little levity here.
I think that we need to stick to shock value.
What's not shocking about that? What's not shock? You know what? See, I think you just have a personal thing against me. I think you just don't like me.
Maybe you will find yourself murdered in the bottom of that basement. I don't know. It's not a threat. It's not a promise. It's just
what's that screaming in the background, Steve? Do you have something hiding in your office? I'm reporting you to HR. Okay, let's continue with the
about to murder some animals.
Weeks ago, when he discovered 5 inches of blood, fat, and other animal tissue flooding his family's basement in Bagley. He told the Des Moines Register that he hasn't been able to clean it up because it's still seeping in. The waste is coming from a neighboring meat locker where blood and tissue from slaughtered animals was washed down a drain. Officials say a clog or break in the pipe sent the waste into Lestina's basement through a floor drain. A state environmental specialist traced the waste to Dick of the Week, Dahl's Custom Meat Locker, and says the company is now pumping it out into some sort of tank. The Lestina family has temporarily moved in with a relative. So, ew. That's all I have to say.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine coming home and finding all that shit in your basement and not knowing what to do with it because it's not being cleaned up? There's 5 fucking inches of it. Oh my God.
That's a lot. I don't know how big their basement is, but I don't know. What is it like? Just to fill up your little tiny, above ground little pool, like a kiddie pool. I mean, that takes hours already. So imagine a few inches. Oh my God, that's disgusting. And imagine, what do you do with like the smell? I mean, I wouldn't care about the smell, right? But like,
not you,
it's gotta be nasty, right?
Ugh, oof. All right. Let's see here. What do we got next? What's this Kanye West Salt Lake City Sunday service?
I thought you put that in there.
I don't think I put that in there. Kanye West gave a politically charged speech at Saturday's Sunday service in SLC, Salt Lake City. This is from High Snobity. I mean, anybody can be a journalist these days, isn't that? I mean, you come up with like a blog and like, yeah, I'm a journalist now. Like, hey, Rich Dickman employs his own. I'm a journalist. Yeah, I can just fucking do whatever I want. This is ridiculous. All right, so this is from Sarah Osai in Music from October 6th. Kanye West is definitely not one to stick to old habits or follow tradition. The moment we get used to Sunday service, Ye switches things up on us and brings the event to Salt Lake City on a Saturday. Because it's Sunday service. What he's doing on a Saturday, yeah. Yesterday, Ye, why are we calling him Ye? What is
Ye?
Held another free and public service in Utah's capital. The religious concert, hosted by the semi-annual General Conference of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, began at noon, but people were already lining up at 4 a.m. Between 7,000 and 10,000 people packed into the venue to watch Kanye perform and preach. In his sermon, Ye doubled down on his support of President Trump and reiterated that it was a Republican president who ended slavery. According to footage shared on social media, Kanye told the crowd, Abraham Lincoln was the Whig Party. That's the Republican Party that freed the slaves. He continued, but for a year, people want to call me I'm not going to say that. I ain't never made a decision only based on my color. That's a form of slavery, mental slavery. Okay, so why is he Dick of the Week for the Saturday thing when it's Sunday service? All right.
Probably something like that. I still think it's funny. He says, I ain't never made a decision only based on my color. That's a form of slavery, mental slavery. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, your mental slave. He's talking about his actual skin color, but that being mental somehow? I don't see that.
Speaking of rap music, I came across this little number in my YouTube.
Oh, nice.
And it was Thomas the Tank Engine doing stunts, but it was accompanied by an amazing song. And I want to play that for you real quick. And I'm going to have to edit out the beginning of it because a lot of words I don't like.
In the sky. Motherfucking hyped up. Snuffed the and it was on from there. The motherfucker, it wasn't nothing stopping them. What the rest of do? Man, the motherfuckers was ready for anything. Packing burners, ready to fight, whatever they had to do, Holmes. on the real flip mode, they was coming out like a motherfucker. Right. And he's like, come on, motherfucker, come on, motherfuckers, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah. So Thomas the Tank is doing stunts to this song.
Release the brainstorm to make your motherfucking brain warm. A strange form, some kind of
Your YouTube search history and videos you've watched has got to be the best ever.
Can you see me rocking out here on camera?
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. This is why I love this country, because they took Biggie Smalls, Come On Motherfucker Come On, and mixed it with Thomas the Tank Engine's theme music. And if you watch the YouTube video, you've got Thomas the Tank doing stupid little wooden track stunts. We're going to keep this on until we get to the chorus, because it's badass.
We need more of this on the internet. This is what the internet should be. Not people just screaming about politicians and that kind of stuff. Just funny pet videos and rap songs to children's shows.
I love every bit of this. This is going to be the new theme song once I rework it. Especially that intro.
It's so good.
I mean, this is when rap music was excellent, right? Mid-90s. Come on, give me the thing.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm waiting for the chorus here, because it's so good. Here we go. There it is. Boo! Yes. All right. So thank you for that, producer.
Hey, do you
Ryan.
want to go do karaoke? But we do Biggie, you'll do a Biggie Small song, and then I can do a Tupac song after that. You think we'd be
absolutely?
That'd be good.
All right, Ray. Do you have any nominations for Dick of the Week?
Just standalone. I do not. No. I think those are pretty good right there.
I'm gonna nominate foot on the bench lady, because really, lady, who do you think you are, and where else do you do this kind of activity or this behavior? Where else do you go where you put your feet in front of other people or take up entire spaces of benches when there's plenty of people who need to come sit down? Is she one of those people who gets on an airplane and immediately takes her slippers off and with some bare fucking feet on that airplane? And maybe she's the person who then slides those feet in between the seats and rests them on the footrest in front of her. Let's go to a movie theater with this lady. Does she get her feet all over the seat in front of her despite there being a person in that seat? All right. This is disgusting behavior, Ray. It is, I would say this is a millennial thing. It's not. This lady was old. She's a boomer. I never wanted to be the person who says, fuck you, boomer. But in this case, I'm going to say, fuck you, boomer. This is your problem. Yeah, we have an issue in this country with people burying their feet everywhere. Flip-flops, sandals, foot fetishists, people selling pictures of their feet on the internet for $5 a foot. Your feet are worth more than that, by the way. I told some guy my feet are $25 each, $40 for both. That's right. Yeah. But we need to get this under control, because if we're in a culture here, a society where we have to accept everybody, we also have to accept that those people accepting things don't necessarily like everything. I don't want somebody else's feet near me without asking permission. Ray, if you came to me and you said, hey, Rem, can I put my foot in your lap? I'd be like, what kind of shoes you wearing? And you'd be like, oh, these are my Timberland hiking boots. I'd be like, take them off because they're kind of heavy. I don't want you to scratch me. But you asked first, and it's okay. All right. If you came over to me, Ray, we're just hanging out, like we're just watching football in my basement, holding hands and stuff, and you put those feet in my lap without asking me and your shoes were on, I'd be fucking pissed. All right. I'd be pissed.
Yeah, I would be too.
Yeah. So I'm nominating that lady.
Yeah. It's just weird. If you want to get serious about it, is that it's odd that everyone's like, oh, well, you have to, I'm offended. Therefore, you have to do whatever I'm saying you shouldn't be. You have to do the opposite of whatever you're doing because I'm offended, right? You can't do that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But what if I'm offended by you doing whatever you're doing? So two people offended, right? About the same thing? Yeah, exactly. Can't you? That's when you have to just go to social norms. We should have social norms, which is mind your own fucking personal space.
Mind your own business. Mind your own business. Mind your own space. Yeah.
You go sit down on a bench out in the middle of nowhere and someone comes sits right next to you.
Right next to you.
Maybe touching you. It's there's plenty of space here. You don't have to be touching me.
You know, Ray, you know how I like doing things on my own? I was in Providence for a week. I was out there for training. And so I was by myself. I went to go see Star Trek Beyond at the Providence IMAX, the Providence Mall. All right. Mm-hmm. I went about, I think it was like 5:00 in the evening. So nobody's going to be there. Big empty place, big arena because it's an IMAX, right? I find my seat. I'm in the middle of a row. I've got 13 empty seats to my left. I've got 16 empty seats to my right. All right. And I'm sitting there. I got my popcorn in hand. I'm ready to watch a movie, Star Trek Beyond, with the Beastie Boys song in it, right? And in comes this group of gentlemen, 3 of them, and they come into my row. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, there's 19 extra seats to my right, so they're going to be fine. And they come closer and closer and closer and closer until finally one asshole sits in the seat directly next to mine, where his elbow is now rubbing elbows with me. We're fighting over the goddamn cup holder.
Yeah, what the hell?
It's like, well, come on, really? We got an empty fucking arena of seats and you have to sit right next to me. And he didn't even offer like to hold my hand or anything, which was, yeah, exactly. What an asshole.
Massage your thigh.
Yeah. Or suck my dick a little. I mean, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's the liquor talking. Jesus, just close your eyes, right? But okay, so Ray, what do you have for thoughts on Dick of the Week here?
You know, none of them are, so it's kind of tough. So, this is tough. So the Blood in the Basement is not necessarily like, I don't see someone being a dick necessarily. Like straight up. It was more, there's an incident, it sounded like. Svensson's thing, that's just kind of an annoying guy. He's not really a dick. Like Kanye, he's wacky. I don't know if there's that many dicks. Let me play, because contractually I have to play this for you, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts.
After much deliberation, the incredibly handsome expert judges have come to the consensus that this week's Dick of the Week award goes to...
All right. We have a very close pool here, okay? Svensson, you're absolutely right, but you can use that guy to your advantage. And me, you know, I like to complain about people, and I do have a good case here for this lady putting her feet next to me, all right? And of course, Mars has a great story of this poor guy who's getting stuck with all this shit in his basement. Now, we don't have the information. Did the meat slaughtering company offer to pay for the cleanup? Because if they did, I can't say that they're Dick of the Week. In fact, the story's incomplete, so I can't really give them Dick of the Week because of that. If they realize their mistake and it's like, you know what, we're going to pay for everything, no problem, that's one thing, all right? But if they're going to fight and say, nope, we didn't do anything wrong, they're Dicks of the Week, right? So we're going to have that one. That's kind of on hold. Yep. Yeah, HDNB, if you can get us an update to that and let us know, we can follow up. So your Dick of the Week, Ray, this week, is going to be the gentleman who decided he's going to false advertise. His album's called Sunday Service, but he's going to do it on a Saturday. What the fuck? What's that all about? That confuses people. That confuses everybody. It's like, it's Sunday Service, right? But it's a Saturday. What do I do? I'm going to go with Kanye.
See, I was going to say, agreeing with you on the Hot Drummer News Babe one. But like, so the Kenny, the guy that Svensson's talking about, like that guy, maybe he just wants some attention. Maybe he's just lonely. That's not necessarily being a dick. And my thing with Kanye is, I think he's just crazy. Like, I legitimately think he's crazy.
Why? Because he supports Trump? You think he's crazy?
That's all. Yep. It's all my judgments are based on political preferences, but it has nothing to do with the fact that he's actually crazy and he's the psychopath. But that's where I'm like, I don't know if he's a dick. He's just weird. So that's where I would go back to, like, the lady putting her feet up like that, like right next to you in public when there's space. To me, that's really annoying. It's just having no sense of personal space. To me, that person's a true dick. Right. Like that's a definition of someone being a dick. So that's what I would nominate.
It would be very easy for me to come on here on my own, Rich Stickman show and say, yeah, I win, right? I could win every week if I wanted to, but I try not to. So I try not to like nominate myself for a victory. I just want people to know who dicks are. But you're absolutely right, Ray. I was being generous and trying to be very modest here by going Kanye. You're right. I win. My story wins. That lady who put her feet next to me, we are in absolute agreement. She is Dick of the Week.
Yes,
fuck you, old lady, you stupid boomer and your stupid feet and your ugly sneakers. I hope you trip and fall. I hope you don't listen to this and I get sued.
Speaking of trampoline parks, did you see that video? It was circling Facebook at some point. My wife showed it to me of how do they have the little foam pit? And the American Gladiators, they have the little sticks that you're on the beam
the pugil
and hit each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see the video, like the two kids doing that, and then the little baby starts crawling across it, and the kid like knocks the one other kid off. And as the baby crawls across, the kid just goes after the baby and just whacks the baby into the pit. Like just shit. And the mom, dude, it's so funny. I'll send it to you. And the mom, you can hear right before the kid rears back with the little pugil stick, and he starts to swing, and you can hear the mom go, no, and he just hits, and the baby topples off into the phone.
Hold on.
It's amazing.
Send me a YouTube link.
Let me see, like right now. You want me to see if I can find it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was that? All right. So you find it. I'm going to move on. Okay. When it comes up, we'll get back into it. But goddamn Plunder Bunny is out there doing a Fashion Nova costume try on. Jesus Christ. Ooh, all right. What do we got next here? Oh, I see. Here we go.
This is a bumper for the Dick Tips segment.
Because Ray wanted an excuse to make his voice sound cool and talk about himself in the third person.
All right. Are you still looking, or can you read this?
Hold on 1 second. I found it.
Oh,
I found it. Hold on. It's only 46 seconds long, so it's not like it's a long video. There's a short of just the end, but yeah, just one.
Middle child dominates sibling in epic battle royale. World news. All right. So we got a screen here.
This is some hyped up version.
Oh, here we go. It's a little girl. Two little girls with a pugil sticks, and they're pushing each other. Oh, knocked the first one off. There she goes. I think I have to. Oh, shit. Oh my God. She just went with the with the end of the pugil stick and knocked the shit out of him. Oh my God, that poor baby.
Here's that little boy. And he just after her tea killed him. Boom. She nails him right in the side before he. He's like in the air upside down before he even shared videos for
oh my God.
She fucking nailed him. Oh my God, it's so funny.
She killed.
It's just
that
so
baby.
funny because the two kids are going at it. The one kid wins, and then she just like looks down, sees the little baby crawling across, and she's like, "Who's next?" Just fucking turns on him and whack. I loved it. That's a good one.
All right. Thank you, Ray, for sharing.
Trampoline parks.
Thank you for that. It's all right. Get into some dick tips here.
All right. So dick tips. So Josiah writes in, what is the protocol for holding the door for someone? Specifically, I held the door open for some random lady before walking into a restaurant. She then proceeded to walk up and order before me. Should she have let me order first since I was kind enough to hold the door?
Nope. You gave that away, Josiah. When you opened the door and allowed her to go first, you gave away your rights to ordering first. Yeah, you would think they'd say, hey, you let me in, go ahead. No, what you did, what the people are thinking is that they're thinking that you allowed them to cut you, right? You held the door open, you were nice enough to do so, and then you're also allowing them to go in front of you. I think if you really wanted to assert your spot in line is you would hold the door open for them. And as soon as they touched the door, you let go and then keep walking to keep your spot, right? So there's kind of like a weird, just like you need to learn how to read people. You know, most people are selfish and they're only thinking of themselves. So they say, oh, the door's open for me. I'm going to go ahead and move faster. And then boom. Yeah, you know, if you're going to keep your spot in line, you hold the door till they touch it. As soon as they touch it, that's when you let go. That's kind of my move, unless it's somebody I like, a family member or a very attractive human being, I will hold the door open until they touch it. And as soon as they touch the door, that's when I let go and I keep moving because I don't want to get cut. But, I mean, listen, I'm not going to lie, Ray. Like if Bella was coming by and I held the door open for her, I'd keep holding it so I could watch her walk by. Because she's gorgeous.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I was going to say, so in my experience, when you hold the door for like just another guy, like if it's a guy holding the door open for a guy, you do that. And then generally speaking, many times the guy will be like, you can go in front of me. You held the door open for me. I appreciate it.
Right. Because guys think with common sense. Yes.
Yes. Whereas the lady is thinking you're holding the door for me and you're actually just letting me proceed in front of you.
Yeah.
So like,
talk about patriarchy. Event. Yeah. Talk about male privilege. Yeah. Right. Women automatically think this is the women's privilege. They think that when the whole door gets held open for them, they get to cut in line. Yep.
So spoiled. I'm never holding the door for a woman ever again. or man, because I don't discriminate. But yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, if it's an attractive lady and you're an ass man, I mean, you let them go in front of you and you just stare at their butt the whole time or something.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That's not creepy or anything. You're being polite, right?
No, exactly. And then the people that are taking the order and look at you, just your eyes just shooting laser beams into that lady's butt. They're not going to spit in your food. They're not going to.
You know what, Ray? We need to set new societal rules here, okay? Because listen, you know me. I'm an attractive man, right? I look like a decent human being.
At you.
Yeah, thank you. But I'm not that attractive, right? I'm no Brad Pitt. I'm definitely not Chris Pratt, and no way I'm Chris Evans. Okay, I'm
like a Joe Manganiello.
No, I'm more Robert Downey Jr. I look like I was doing drugs for a bunch of years, but still kind of handsome, right? So here's the thing, right? All right, you have an attractive female, okay? And she's walking by, all right? And then she catches me staring at her ass because it's, God damn, lady, you got a nice ass. And I want to admire it. And I want, if it was if it was correct, if it was a politically correct thing to do, I would say, hey, you have a nice ass. But you kind of keep it.
So you stare and wink and make it more awkward.
Yeah. But you don't do that. You kind of look and you try to be discreet about it, right? But because, I look the way I do, they would be like, oh, that's super offensive. Let's turn that around. Let's say it's Chris Evans. Let's say it's Captain America checking out this gorgeous chick with her ass.
Yep.
All right. She doesn't have a problem anymore. Suddenly she doesn't have a problem because she's attracted to that guy. All right. I'm not saying, listen, I'm not trying to minimize any of this weird,
it's attractivism.
Listen, we're human beings. We get attracted to certain things and, we shouldn't be ashamed to take a second look. That's what I'm trying to say. We shouldn't be ashamed to take a second look. And we're in a weird time where everybody's sensitive and everybody's a victim. And my God, he raped me with his eyes. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. So what I'm trying to say, Ray, is I got really drunk all of a sudden and I want to be able to take a second look real quick, not because I'm being creepy, because I want to be like, wow. Was that ass as great as I thought it was? Oh, yes, it was. And then move on about my day. I'm not trying to get in. I'm not trying to move into that apartment. You know what I'm saying?
Should we try and set the societal standards for how long you can stare at a specific body part? Or
I think so.
So for example, now you might have to set limits of per person, say 30 seconds. Now you can distribute it however you want, but you can never stare at one part for more than 10 seconds at a time. You know what I mean? Like there could be
30 seconds a body.
Like that,
yeah, I like that. Okay.
Yes. 30 seconds per body. And no more than 10 continuous seconds at one body part. Cause if you spent all 30 seconds at one time, I think that's a little bit much, right?
Yeah. And that's creepy.
Especially if they're looking at your eyes, but you're still just like staring at them. Like, that would be really creepy.
So, we run into a problem as men, right? Ray, I think you're an ass man. Are you an ass man?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. I am an ass and hips guy as well, but I love a great set of breasts too. Okay. So when a woman is wearing a very low cut top, she obviously is trying to draw attention to her cleavage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like,
right. So what are we supposed to do? You can't, there are times where you can't help but look. Right? Because it's just right there in your face. But all of a sudden, you're assaulting her because you're looking at her cleavage. Like, wait a second. I know we're not supposed to victim blame here. That's not a thing, or shouldn't. It's not supposed to be a thing. But you're the one who's got your cleavage on full display. What else am I supposed to do as a heterosexual man? Like, I'm trying to stare at your eyes, but every time I look to the side, boom, there's a boobie. Like, I'm not doing it on purpose.
Boobies.
That's why.
Eyes. No.
And here's the thing. Let's talk about, this is a weird transition. The guy who got from Hong Kong, who got all his winnings taken away, but then they gave him back and he was only suspended for half the time. Like,
yeah.
I
don't know that story. Can you spend 35 minutes explaining it to me?
BlizzCon is in a couple weeks. You can walk into BlizzCon dressed as, Alex Straza or Sinestra, and you can have like large, beautiful breasts, like full on display, hiding everything, displaying everything but the nipple, and like a thong, like this very sexy cosplay.
I'm slutty,
right?
Jaina.
You can walk in there like that, and everybody who looks at you is then suddenly wrong because you have to ask permission to take a picture. You have to ask permission to look. Like, why are you putting yourself on display?
Permission.
But you try walking into BlizzCon in a couple weeks dressed as Winnie the Pooh, and you see how fast your ass is thrown out of that place.
I don't know. I think anyone that's dressed as Winnie the Pooh, it's some sort of racist newfound KKK or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. They're making fun of the Chinese leader, Xi Jinping.
Oh, is that what it is? I don't even know.
Yeah, because they say he looks like Winnie the Pooh.
Political.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, okay, that makes sense. But like, come on, really? Come on, people. Even if you, it's Winnie the Pooh. Oh my goodness.
Oh, we got nothing from Mr. Porno Man this week, huh? Did I scare him off last week?
Maybe, yeah. It's very possible. So, but what I was going to say is this, I actually will check out people that I'm not even remotely attracted to, because for example, if say I'm walking through the grocery store and some lady walks by that's a lot larger than what I would consider attractive, but she's got like super low cut, whatever shirt, maybe some like tight white pants you can see through. I gotta stop and look and assess and think like you're like somebody that I'm like thinking like you're not attractive, but you're wearing what is generally kind of slutty. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I gotta look at them and I almost look at them longer because I'm thinking, I'm not interested in you, but I'm interested in why you're dressed that way. Like, I'm not going to ask them. I'm not going to walk up to him and be like, hey, so you're not attractive, but, why are you dressed like that? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to say it, but yeah, that's like, I'm so curious that I find myself staring at people thinking, I wonder why they're doing that. I wonder what possessed them to do that.
They want somebody to notice them or say something.
It's true.
Yeah. So, Ray, why did you put this? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, so if they're wearing something attractive, does that increase the amount of time that we can stare at them? Maybe like another 10, 15 seconds?
I mean, at some point you got to realize like if I walk out in the street just wearing a banana, you can't say that. You can't say that.
Banana hammock?
Yeah. If I'm going out in the street and I wear just a banana hammock, why am I doing that? Here? Yeah, like that one. Exactly. Right yeah, yes, no, okay. Instead of yellow, it's orange though. But,
yes. Okay. Yeah. Tiger stripes.
If I walk out in my neighborhood wearing just a banana hammock, why am I doing that? Well, because I want to draw attention to my incredibly large penis, right? That's exactly what I'm trying to do. And if I catch somebody looking and like, you're not supposed to look at this, like I'm being the dishonest one.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know?
You wear like all one color, like white. And then right around your crotch, you have the big red target symbol, like, you know, bullseye right there, and be like, stop looking at it. Stop looking at it.
Why are you looking at this target? Why are you looking at all these arrows drawing you down on my penis? How dare you? How dare you?
Yeah, just a bunch of arrows pointing at your penis. That's why I don't draw attention. I just wear a sign around my neck that says, don't look at my big penis. And then when they start looking down at my leg, my crotch, I'm like, what are you doing? It says, don't look.
All right, Ray. I'm going to end this one a little bit early tonight.
All right.
For both of our sanities. I hear your baby in the background upstairs crying a lot. So we're gonna
mowing his lawn again.
Yeah. So you got to get your family under control. You know, we got a little thrown off here because Bella was supposed to be with us and she couldn't make it. So we'll reschedule that. I really think
we will.
I don't know. We're snake bit, man. I think we're snake bit.
No, but all right. See, the thing is, like, she's worth the wait.
Yeah. Especially after Ray watched all the research that I did on Bella last night. Yeah.
No, I was going to say, and I'll probably tell her this. So to an extent, like the first time we talked to her, I wasn't familiar with anything. It was first time I had heard her name, first time I had talked, that kind of thing. Like first experience.
Yeah.
Now, having talked to her, having done the research, no, I was going to say, I'm a little bit starstruck now. You know what I mean? Like
she's a pro, dude.
She's awesome. She's awesome. So it'll be well worth the wait to finally get her on.
So we'll have Bella on soon. Next week, we should have the guys from the Bob Ross podcast. They watch all the episodes of Bob Ross and podcast about him. So we'll hopefully be talking to them. And hopefully we'll have Alyssa May on as well. All right. Ray, how do we find you when we're looking for you?
So on Twitter, at Jules Winfeld. I get on there, every once in a while, a couple times a week, and like to peruse the timeline there. And then, whenever I have some time, it's pretty infrequent, but twitch.tv/Jules Winfeld. Some funny little highlights and stuff over there if you
when are you going to become Ray Dickman?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. I can do that anytime, I suppose. Yeah, how do I even do that? Just log into Twitter and just request and change the name or something?
No, there's a little option in there. I did it. I went from Remgar to my real name of Rem Dickman, at Rem Dickman on Twitter. Yeah. You can follow me on Twitter at Rem Dickman. Like I just said, go to richdickman.com for all your Rich Dickman needs and click on the merch tab and you can find our merch there as well. You can find Rich Dickman Show on Twitter at Rich Dickman Show, richdickmanshow@gmail.com to email us if you'd like to leave a voicemail at some point. If you have a Dick of the Week nomination or you like something or didn't like something we said, let us know about it. We play all the voicemails we get, as you can see by the crazy religious guy. 860-316-4776. Check out our stuff on YouTube. Just search Rich Dickman. It'll come up. Our porno names are getting huge views. Even the last one we did, I can't remember the name of the episode right now.
Rem Does Porn?
No, that one did huge, yeah. But the last one we did had like 100 views in an hour, and it wasn't even porn related, I don't think. So, yeah, it's funny how that works. You know, if you title it Rem Does Porn, it does 600 views on YouTube, but it only does 6.5 downloads on Libsyn.
Yeah,
people hate Rem, I guess.
I've got another suggestion. So, if you run into someone in your daily life and you have to give them a phone number. Like, say you're out at the bar.
Oh,
and
give them our number.
Yes. You have a bad date. Yep. Or not bad date necessarily, but like, yeah, you say you're the lady, you're out at the bar, you got this guy, he's drunk. You're like, get the fuck away from me. I'm not going home with you. Say, hey, call me. If you leave me a voicemail here, I will return the call. Whatever. Give him the number. 860-316-4776. Oh my God. Just whatever situation, do it.
I gotta tell you, man. So brevity is a soul of wit, bro. You could have done all that and been done already.
Yes.
If you need to give a phone number to somebody, give them our number, 860-316-4776, whether it's that weird lady at the bar or the Home Depot credit department.
Oh, so good. Yes. So I'm awaiting all the voicemails.
Check out all our friends. All right. Check out NFHC Podcast. Check out Thought Cops. Check out Garbage and Gold. Check out Roast Mortem Cast. Those are our buddies. We've had, most of them on the show already. Garbage and Gold is a great show to listen to as well, so check it out. There, it's more family friendly than ours or any of the other shows. So that's why they don't visit. But yeah, but they're all our friends, so check them out. We like their podcast, they like us, so we should all like each other. It'd be good times. Mr. Porterman, we're looking to hear from you. So if you got anything. But that'll do it for tonight. Thank you so much for listening. I'm sorry for the weirdness of the episode here. We had planned something totally different, had to make a last minute audible. Did the best we can. Go Yankees. And we will see you next week. Good night.
See ya. So fun.
I'm sorry, Greg. I'm sorry that you couldn't talk to Bella tonight.
Yeah. She's just a delight. She's fun.
I gotta send you links to Alyssa.
Well, see, I don't like to watch that. It's my own pleasure, but it's fun to see the research.
Oh, all right.
Whatever. Yeah, to each his own. Like, what, do you want me to send you all mine? And if you don't like it, then you be disappointed in you? It is what it is, you know? To each his own. I don't hate it. I just prefer other stuff.
You're supposed to like what I like, right? How are we supposed to be friends?
yeah, because there can't be. No, exactly. So right. If we have differing political opinions, we can't be friends. If we have different religious thoughts, can't be friends. If we disagree on what type of porn gets us off, can't be friends. Man, you got to draw some lines somewhere. Yeah, right.
I had to give it to Chris O.C. today. Chris O.C. texted me. He's like, "Holy shit! Hillary Clinton accused Tulsi Gabbard of being a Russian asset." And he said something else. I'm like, holy shit. I say, Chris, you know how you ignore me when I talk about my podcast? Well, that's going to be me to you from now on. If you think Tulsi Gabbard's a Russian asset, you stupid asshole. Russia. Everybody's scared of Russia. Fuck Russia. Fuck you.
Oh, Chris O.C. is such a character. Oh,
he really is.
He's incredible.